Jack continued pressing the button on the remote, idly watching different channels popping up before changing it again. Nothing really came on during the weekends, surprisingly, but paid paid programs and the other TV shows he didn't enjoy. Sighing, the college student rose up from his sofa, making his way to his desk, which rested against the wall next to his bed. He had already gotten done with homework, finishing most of it that day in class, unlike his roommate. Jack could get stuff done fast enough to have the rest of the day to himself to do whatever. He wasn't feeling up for video games, and he didn't really want to drive anyway. Swiping his black hoodie off his chair, Jack slid it on and grabbing his dorm keys, shoving them in his pocket before closing the door behind him. He nicely walked out onto the campus. The fresh air usually calmed him, if not helped him think. Lately, he's been feeling different. He knew it wasn't his body or college itself. He didn't have any girlfriend to worry about. He just felt different without explanation. It would give him a headache thinking so hard. Jack rubbed his temples and pushed the door open leading outside, with his foot resting on the warm grass across from him. It was around 6 p.m., and the sky was a mix of orange and blue. The farther the sky grew, it got darker. Curfew was normally around 12 o'clock midnight. He wouldn't really question it, but he always wondered why so late. Usually curfew was around 8 o'clock where he lived. Hey, Jack. Oh, hi, Jack. The male looked up to see one of the girls in his class. She likely left class considering she most likely just left class considering she still had a book in her hand. Jack half smiled and rose a hand to greet her. Oh, what was her name? Jenny Smith. Hey, Jenny, just leaving class? Jenny smiled and nodded, adjusting the strap. It's pretty late. What made you stay so long? The girl smiled, lost her brightness for a split second. Oh, just study session. We have final we have finals coming up, and I want to do the best. She giggled before tucking her hair behind her ear. What are you doing out here anyway? It's gonna storm tonight. Jack shrugged his shoulders before eyeing the sky, smelling the air moisture. Yep, it would rain any second. Just came out for some fresh air is all. Got done with homework and class and stuff, and didn't feel like playing video games or watching TV, so I came out here. Jenny nodded, her head very often, showing him she was paying attention, and smiled again. Well, you got air. I gotta go. See ya. Before Jack could say goodbye, the girl quickly dashed off past him, following the sidewalk, around the side of the domes. Jack rose an eye. Curiously, his mind zipped through the questions, only being cut off by a drop of rain. Then another, and another. Crap, he muttered, running inside, shutting the door, not wanting to get soaked by the rain. Another slam of the door rose him. Jack put shaky fingers through his hair, sending water droplets everywhere. While wiping off the rain from his face and jacket, he made his way up to his dorm room. Jack began to fish through his pockets for the key, whistling a random tune as he traveled the 2 flight of stairs. Listening to the tune echo in all directions was kind of creepy, now that he thought about it. Where was everyone? It was too quiet for a Friday evening. Usually there was a lot more people. Maybe some went home for the weekend. Maybe people were already in bed in their dorms. Being very, very quiet, Jack sighed as he began to unlock the door. Shoving his keys back into his pocket and closing it behind him. Yo, Greg, you here? Nothing. No response. Just the sound of the rain hitting the windows. Huh. Guess he's studying too. That's a first. Jack made his way to his bed, slumping down, getting ready for sleep. He pulled off his hoodie and kicked off his shoes, rolling his face to the wall, not bothering with the covers. He just wanted sleep. Closing his eyes, Jack slowly began to doze off, the rain practically lullabying him to sleep. Jack let out a gut-wrenching gasp for air, waking up in a cold sweat. His eyes darted from one corner to another before rising from his spot. He panted, feeling a hand tremble from his dream. Feeling his hand tremble from the dream. Jack looked around the room, relieved that his roommate Greg was in bed. He could tell he was fast asleep from the dread snoring that came out of him. He himself was surprised that he could sleep through that. Slowly exhaling through his mouth, Jack rose up from bed, stumbling to the mini fridge on the other side of the room. His mind clouded with question. What dream was that? He had never experienced one so real. He grabbed a water bottle from the fridge, and Jack slowly began to gulp down the water bottle, not caring if he woke up Greg. Letting out another cold sigh, Jack tossed the now empty water bottle into the recycling bin. Making his way to the bathroom, he stopped in front of the mirror, and his hands grasped the side of the mirror, eyeing himself. Man, what the heck? He muttered, running his hands across his forehead, wiping off some sweat. That's what I get for playing so many survive horror games, he thought, slightly smiling. He began to brush off the whole thing. Get it together, Jack. It was only a dream. Dreams don't come true. You were playing too much Silent Hill. That's all. No big deal. Just go back to sleep and get some rest. Easier said than done. That morning, Jack felt someone shake him awake. Jack, bro, wake up. You gotta see this. Jack let out a tired groan under the covers, slowly pulling them up to see what Greg wanted. The blonde grinned, flashing a photo on a screen. Guess what? The picture was a girl on his lap, posing for the camera. She looks drunk, Jack muttered, sleepily. His hand rubbed his sleepy eyes. Greg blew air through his lips, rolling his eyes, turning his phone. You're just jealous. Bull crap, I'd rather have a life than have bull crap, I'd rather have a life than have a girlfriend at college. Touché, good sir. Whatever. Jack began to pull down the covers, feeling the weight from his friend raise off his bed. Good, now I can get back to sleep. Dude, I had the weirdest dream last night. Jack paused in his mind. Weird dream, and instantly woke up. Really? Me too. What was it about? Greg shrugged his shoulders. A flying femur came across his cell. An incoming text from girlfriend. I had a dream where my grandma blew up like a balloon and started chasing me with a giant fly swatter. Jack let out a laugh and turned his face. Dude, what the heck? Greg laughed, then snapped his cell phone shut. I know, right? I freaking hate her. I won't be surprised if she actually really does dislike me. I broke so much crap in that house as a kid. Jack rolled his eyes, fully plunging his head under the covers, wanting to get more sleep.
I took a pill in Ibiza to show Avicii I was cool.